Hey guys, welcome back. And this one we are going in depth looking at a spreadsheet here. This is a spreadsheet that helped me decide where I lived in the world. I've gone and left Gibraltar, as you can see these places right here. I've gone and lived in some of these locations, and this is a spreadsheet that I've generated to help me work and also work side by side clients of where to actually live in the world. Again, with the Dubai conflict going on right now, or whenever you watch this video, it's been very interesting. And this is how I work it out. So I've got my top picks here, and then obviously CBI programs, which is incredibly important to me because my wife is a Russian passport holder. And that is, important to get her a second passport in the near term future. We're currently on a few programs. I'll probably explain this in future videos. That's going to add this into the spreadsheet as well. So we're going to be going through the country, region, income tax system, the top personal rate. You can see it all here above. If it's a CBI program, the cost of a CBI program, and the flight connectivity. I do travel a lot. It is very important. And again, if there's a double taxation treaty with the UK as well. So let's get stuck into this. And again, if you did want me to send you the spreadsheet, you can just do so. Just drop me an email, will@hpt.group. Send me an email going to tax spreadsheet, please. I'll just drop it over. It's always on my desktop anyways. So if I had to send this to you, then you can work out yourself. As you can see, everything is over here. So we're going to start with region. So we decided we wanted to leave Asia and the Middle East. So therefore, we can go region. We can go on Africa, Americas, Atlantic, Caribbean, Europe, Asia, we'll click, North America, Oceania, Pacific. Okay, we enter this right here, and these are the options that we essentially had. Let me go top personal tax rate. Let's see if Cyprus is on here. So you can see Cyprus is another one because it is a special regime. So I'm not going to filter for that one right there. This is how we essentially worked it out. I ended up in Antigua, where I'm recording this video from right now. And I chose that because of the options that it actually gave us. Okay. Now, we decided the Caribbean was the best place for us to be. But European options, we were interested in Cyprus as well. They have a non-dom where dividends are essentially tax-free, right? But aside from that there, the EU was incredibly poor for us. I mean, there was Andorra, but again, I've got to mention the Russian passport with my wife. And she, could live in Andorra, of course, but then it's like she would need a Schengen visa, but she's trapped in Andorra. I've made another video before about the top ski resort to live in. That is a tax haven. That is Andorra. Andorra is a fantastic solution. You can see here it's capped at 10%. Really, really nice stuff. Very hard to get a citizenship, which is obviously a big downside. If you're EU, it could be a great place for you to actually park your bus. So we're going to just click in here, the Americas and the Caribbean. And essentially then these went to be options. Now, there's a big distinguishment between independent Commonwealth and the British Overseas Territories. Okay, so as you can see, Cayman, BVI is British Overseas Territories, Turks is British Overseas Territories, St. Kitts, basically where is a CBI program. So what we should do over here, this is essentially the process that I actually went through, is countries where we could move to that are Russian friendly. Now we went over here. St. Lucia wasn't really interested in. Grenada wasn't really interested in. And it was really between St. Kitts and Antigua. Now, the big difference between these, and also, for example, choosing between like Bermuda as well, although it was, although it is British Overseas Territories, and, whatever, independent Commonwealth, was the main factor was actual living costs. For example, if we go into here and go on Antigua. Don't know what that website is. Antigua. Antigua property. There we go. I have the thing right here. Okay. So you can see here, a salad for me is $8,000 a month. I mean, look at these properties here. Beautiful views, beautiful bat. It's a pretty affordable price. As when we compare this to, for example, Bermuda long-term rentals, have a look on here. this was a main deciding factor. As you can see, it was a completely different price mark. Okay, yes, it's beautiful. Yes, Bermuda's great. This is Nigerian currency, sorry. Why the bloody hell am I in bloody Nigeria? It's in US dollars. The Bermuda actually costs of living are significantly more. As you can see, significantly more. So what you get for buying it, okay, it's quite nice, yes, but it's not even a villa, and it's an apartment for 111 meters squared. For example, on St. James's Place over here, unfurnished, lovely property, 11 grand with an awful kitchen. Okay, so the thing is, the main difference is Bermuda is much more expensive. I go back to my spreadsheet. There's no passport program in Bermuda. And again, it's quite expensive to actually move there. Now, I personally have lots of options, but again, I'm also with a Russian partner, which obviously played in a massive factor of play. So if we go over to my top picks, these were our locations that I did on the matrix board of how much tax I actually pay, how this works, all of this. These were our options right here. Antigua, Andorra, UAE, Panama, Bahamas, Malta, Cyprus, Mauritius, Paraguay, Georgia, Belize, Uruguay, St. Kitts, Vanuatu, and Hong Kong. Now, again, the reason why we actually went for Antigua was this one right here. 30 days presence, and essentially, I would pay a flat tax of 20,000. So my take home, this is estimated dividends when I say it's probably going to be much greater, or I just reinvest my profits. Doesn't make a difference to me. Now, you can see here, I'm taking home, so my effective tax rate is 20 divided by 325,123. My effective tax rate is 6.1%, which quite frankly is absolutely fantastic. Now, what's very important about this is I was interested in actually moving back to London. And I was very interested because I do miss the UK. Again, I'm fed up of Asia. I'm fed up of the Middle East. And I chose Antigua because they have direct flights to London. So although it is a small island and it is limited, my co-founder lives in the US. So fantastic connectivity to the US. I love Vancouver. I love to ski. So I can easily go up to North Van, Whistler, Banff, above Calgary, right? This made sense to me. So again, it's a very personal choice. We help clients choose their tax residency based on personal objectives. We do not sell you products. We actually don't make any upsells on the products at all. What we do, we work with a client very uniquely to really figure out their objectives. Because a lot of the time when a client actually comes to us, they don't even realize their true objectives. And that is what is important here. We work with you to help you make the right choice, because there's so many people out there who just don't do that. And that is our, USP, our unique selling point, whatever you want to call it in business. That is what we do with our clients. And that's why I'm here today, to obviously help you make a good tax residency choice. So moving forward, this is how we can help you. You can actually become a client below by clicking apply. We don't obviously onboard everybody, but if you did want this spreadsheet, you can just drop me an email and message me for it. And again, it's a really useful spreadsheet, so you can exactly see roughly 300k income a year, which is what most people need to live nowadays in this expensive regime. You can actually see how you can get there. For example, Mauritius, there's a premium visa, or this one right here. You can apply for it online. I did look at this one myself. It was actually a comparison, but it's actually better because you can fly through UAE, fly to London, you can fly to Europe. It was okay, but again, I just preferred Antigua. And I'm really happy that I did make the choice of Antigua, but just thought I would share this personal video with you today of how I came across my tax residence. And this is a spreadsheet which I personally use.